An absolutely historic season. Goal after goal after goal. Takes a sledgehammer and smashes every goal-scoring record in the book. He's one of our most requested names. Today on Cheat Codes, we're looking at Championship goal machine Alexander Mitrovic. Now, the format of this show means we talk about a single season for a player, but we could honestly talk about 3 separate seasons for Mitrovic. In 17-18, he joins Fulham on loan mid-season, still hits double figures for goals as they storm to promotion through the playoffs. In 2019, he's back, and although it doesn't quite click perfectly with new boss Scott Parker, Fulham again win promotion through the playoffs, and his 26-goal haul wins him the Golden Boot. But my God, Mitrovic's 3rd championship run with Fulham is in 21-22, and it's just an absolutely historic season as Mitrovic scores goal after goal after goal and takes a sledgehammer and smashes every scoring record in the books to pieces. As you can see, Fulham have been yo-yoing between the top 2 tiers going into the 21-22 season, and they're really not messing about here. They're going to bet their house on going straight back up. In comes Marco Silva to manage the club. They keep Mitro and their other star players. Plus, here comes Harry Wilson signed, and there's the emergence of young star Fabio Carvalho. It was a bit of a lucky goal, to say the least, for Mitro to open his account for the season against Huddersfield, but once he started, he just did not stop. It was 4 straight games scoring in August to take Fulham top of the table, and Mitrovic was already into double figures by the end of September, courtesy of a brilliant first half hat-trick against Swansea and a double at Birmingham. Things are going to start to get really silly through October and November. We get the 2nd hat-trick of the season already against West Brom. Fulham scored the first of 3 7-goal hammerings against Blackburn for the season. It's 11 goals in a 7-game championship run, and if you're still counting, played 18, scored 21, and we're all realising that if Mitrovic and Fulham stay the course, this could be a monumental goal total incoming. Fulham actually have a little bit of a blip through the new year and drop down to 3rd in the table though, and it's just 1 goal in 4 for Mitro too. The blip did not last long, and a focused Fulham go on a dominant run of 10 wins in the next 12 to basically secure promotion as they put a 14-point gap on 3rd place Huddersfield, who have 10 to play. The run starts with the Cottagers scoring 7, 6 and 6 in 3 consecutive goal-laden games across 1 week. Mitrovic plays 11 of the 12-game run, gets hat-trick number 3 of the season, and in those 11 games cracks home another 13 goals. I was present at the 2-1 win over Peterborough, where goals number 32 and 33 were scored to break the record for the highest tally of the post-2004 Championship era. With Fulham already as good as promoted, the run-in was almost dedicated to these incredible feats being achieved, with Fulham targeting 100 goals and Mitrovic hunting down Guy Whittingham's post-1992 Premier League era record of 42 in a single season. It went down to the penultimate game, and an injury-ravaged Luton Town turned up at Craven Cottage and got well and truly thrown to the Lions. Fulham rolled in 7-0 winners, and the 2 goals for Mitrovic took him past Guy Whittingham's 42-goal tally, making him the post-Premier League era record breaker for goals in a 2nd-tier season. The final numbers for Mitrovic's virtuoso season: played 44, goals 43, plus 7 assists there too. Over an entire season, the Super Serbian averaged a goal every 89 minutes he was on the pitch, and obviously picked himself up a 2nd Championship Golden Boot. So how did it happen? What were the key factors? Well, once again, it's a classic story of a Championship team being able to acquire a cheat code like Mitrovic through a loan in the first instance, and then signing him permanently when they get to the Premier League, and then holding on to him through 2 relegations, knowing what damage Mitrovic would do down in the Championship. Probably a factor was this weird myth that followed Mitrovic that he couldn't do it in the Premier League. Lo and behold, when he was actually in a team set up to his strengths at the top level under Marco Silva last season, he cracked out 14 goals in 23 games. Go figure. The record-breaking championship season was a bit of a perfect storm for Mitrovic. I suppose it has to be really, doesn't it? Fulham's owners backed Marco Silva with what turned out to be a £90 million wage bill, the joint highest in championship history. That key addition, Harry Wilson, topped the division for assists with 19 in total and assisted Mitrovic 10 times that season. The team basically played all-out attack, scored over 100 goals, with Mitro the main man in a savage front line. He was an old-school bully of a striker, huge physicality but still highly mobile, a brilliant finisher of all varieties that season, 22 right foot, 9 left foot, 12 in the air, but definitely an old-school poacher. Not a single one of the 43 goals was scored from outside the box. A lot of humans struggle to deal with somebody getting way more of something than everyone else does, so I'm sure we'll get plenty of people trying to pull down Mitrovic's achievement by whatever means necessary to try and soothe their own discomfort. Look, yes, he was in the best team who spent the most money. Yes, if you go back far enough into history, you can find a player who scored more in a season, and yes, he has now gone off to play in Saudi. But the consistency and the numbers surely speak for themselves. And if he's not the greatest championship striker ever, he's certainly a worthy name to get that conversation rolling. There you have it. Alexander Mitrovic is our championship cheat code number 3. Get involved in the comments. This series is a bit of a labour of love for me and hopefully can become a really good time capsule for championship fans. But I do really need you to support it, and I do appreciate all the comments and likes. With that being said, why not click here to see the series playlist, and you can go back and check out the stories of Jack Grealish at Villa, Pablo Hernandez at Leeds on Championship Cheat Codes.